This tree is bad news. I hate these Bradford pear trees. This is an ornamental pear tree. It doesn't produce any real fruit, and it comes in all different varieties and cultivars. You may recognize a few, like the Cleveland pear, the Aristocrat, the White House pear, Chanticleer. The list goes on and on. This tree has become extremely invasive. Invasive means it is spreading out of control all over the place. This tree was introduced to America back in 1918. It's from China and Vietnam. And you can see why it was an attractive tree, why it was brought over here. I'll tell you the good things about it first. It has beautiful little bunches of white flowers. After it flowers, you'll see fruits hanging down, and each fruit has little seeds in it. We can't eat them, but the birds do. Young form has a perfectly pyramidal shape, so it fits very well on streets and neighborhoods, in parking lots, and in front of buildings lined up. And its shiny dark green leaves shimmer throughout the whole summer. And then when fall comes, you'll see beautiful explosions of different colors throughout the process. Yellow to orange and pink and red, and then purple and burgundy. It's really a beautiful tree. And many varieties and cultivars of the Bradford pear are resistant to many diseases, especially one that seems to take over pear trees, and that's called fire blight. Also, these trees are very inexpensive, and you can find them in abundance at most nursery and garden centers. Now let me just disqualify all the good things I told you about this tree. These flowers, they stink. They just smell rotten. And with age, this nice pyramidal form will spread out, and the branches could become about 35 feet wide, with the top reaching up to 50 feet. So it outgrows the original space where it was planted. And many times the branches of these trees break, and that's because it has a poor structural form. This area here is called the crotch, where the branches branch out, and it's not very structurally sound. But the worst, most horrible thing about these trees is that they are spreading like wildfire. The seeds found in the numerous hanging little fruits are eaten by the birds, like I said earlier, and they're spread all around. You'll find these trees along the roadsides, in areas that are undisturbed, and in all kinds of places. So if you start looking around, you will notice right now, because they're all flowering, and you can see these white trees that are blooming everywhere. And not only that, the wild ones have sticky thorns on them. So you might think that these trees look really pretty. They're growing and they're blooming everywhere. And they do look pretty, but they are causing a big problem for all of our native plants. They are big, weedy bullies. So why do I say that they're bullies? Our number of native species of plants, animals, and insects are sliding down in a steep decline. The non-native and the invasive plants, like this Bradford pear, are hogging up or outcompeting all living things that lived in balance for almost 700 years in America. As you learned in grade school, every living thing is a valued part of the food chain and of the whole environmental ecosystem. Without each and every one of these living things, our ecosystem is affected. And when the whole system becomes compromised, we as humans will suffer from this lack of balance in this sick system. I could cover the topic of native plants on another day. I could go on and on about those. But for now, I just want to tell you about a few things that can happen in an unbalanced system, such as these ornamental trees are creating. They are crowding out the native trees that the animals and the birds and the insects depend on as their food source and habitat. The crops we typically grow for food are not being pollinated well enough because our pollinating insects are too busy pollinating these junk trees. Actually, when we first started taping here, there were all these bees flying around. I don't see them right now. I guess they scared them away. But that just proves my point. The native animals are not getting the quality of food sources they need from these foreign plants. Therefore, they are not as healthy or as long-lived. And the invasive or non-native plants often bring their bad bugs with them. Our native bugs cannot do their jobs because they become outnumbered by the non-native bugs. The native reptiles and amphibians and critters don't have a taste for the foreign bugs, so these bugs reproduce freely as well, while our small animals are deprived of their usual native sources. I am only scratching at the surface here, and as you can imagine, our natural land and its living things are becoming a mess. I am not trying to depress you or make you feel guilty. Even I have planted these pear trees in my yards because I didn't know the consequences at the time. I have learned a few things over the years, and I feel that it's crucial that I supply you with the same thoughts and information that have made me more of a defender of the natural world. For now, what I would like is for each of you to become more aware of what you are planting in your own yards and to become land stewards yourselves. A few things you can do are to look for a list of native plants online. You'll find them easily. And when the need or desire arises, instead of planting a non-native, which might become invasive in the future or might even be invasive now, choose a nice native substitute. There are so many. And if you are on a board of anything, any organization, or if you care about your neighborhood, your school, your company, or your business of any sort, bring up this topic. Make sure that when the time for landscaping around the buildings or parking lots comes, your organizations make it known that you want mostly natives planted and no invasive plants should be allowed. Make it a priority to be kind to our environment in any and every way possible. All those little efforts really do add up. You know, conserving water. Even when we have to wash our hands constantly, we don't have to crank that water out at full speed. We can even turn it off while we're scrubbing. We can reuse and recycle. We can not kill good insects. We can use less paper products. Use more natural light. Get a reusable water bottle or coffee cup. You can compost your waste. Yes, that cuts down on garbage. You can only use pesticides or herbicides as a last measure after using all the safe methods of removing weeds and pests. And use reusable shopping bags. And eat less meat. ... You know all the things we can do. And if you want to take things a step further, you can plant a little pollinator garden in the corner of your yard, or hang a few birdhouses, or put a mason beehive in the area where kids don't play. And share this news with people you know. Every little bit counts. So I'm not just a crazy tree hugger lady. I do little bit counts. So I'm not just a crazy tree hugger lady. I do care about the environment, and I care about each of you. So stay safe and well, my friends, and we can battle this together. Hey, remember to like, share, and comment. Keep the word going. And thank you to my amazing crew for today, the twins, Will and Nora.